Alright guys, welcome back to the last game of the first round of our Fall Top 8. This is taking place at the Covenant store in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we have what is sure to be an interesting matchup. Joshua Slane on the left playing the Targaryens, and Dennis Harlien on the right playing the Lannisters. We have Tunnels of the Red Keep on the Lannister side versus, what would you imagine Targaryen might be playing?
Oh, they're going to be burning.
And
who are we?
I'm Steven.
And I'm Robert.
And so we have House of Dreams setting up one of those stewards. And there's this weird target thing. Basically, it's the increased levy. Can you attach it to the House of Dreams location? Janky ruling.
Yep. Weird.
Should be clarified. And
it kind of has been, but it took a couple of steps. But this is one of those weird, as you're accustomed to, Game of Thrones rulings, because the rules are a little complicated and nuanced. So you're going to have these kind of semi-janky rulings on occasion.
So it looks like Dennis drops Iron Throne and Steward, is that right?
That's right. That's Lannisport Steward.
That's Lannisport Steward.
Yep.
So this House of Dreams thing, so is the House of Dreams location a valid target for a setup attachment? That's the question.
It is not in and of itself, but the rules say, or rather K-Tom says, that you have to have a valid target, but it must not go on the valid target during setup.
So you have to play a location so that you have a valid target, but then it can go to another invalid target that's actually a valid target.
Which to me is just crazy.
It's really not
It's counterintuitive,
yeah. So we start out with a much and more here from Mr. Dennis over on the right, and he's revealing the top 4 of each player. And looks like, what did he take there? Just missed it. We'll see it in a sec.
Yes.
But much and more. So now you gotta wonder, is Rule by Decree coming against Hollow Hill, especially Targ Hollow Hill? That can be a big problem. And we'll see if Josh has anything for it. Maybe ambush a character in here or do something to get his hand size down. Down.
Because discarding cards.
Looks like we have he grabbed another much and more with that.
Man, that's a lot.
He's gonna much and more again. Ooh, run a newly made lord out of house there.
Did you get a Marinmere?
I hope not.
What was that? It looked like Marinmere.
Looks like what we got: Tommen, a steward, enslaved, and enemy.
Those
informer.
are really good options.
He's
taking
gonna
the
get Tommen and
Tommen.
get the card draw, which is not smart against Targaryen.
No, it's gonna get burned right out of the sky.
What would you have taken there?
I probably would have gone for the enemy informer or the enslaved, just because you're going to want the character advantage, and if he has to burn down his own characters, so much the better.
Yeah. Okay, now ready to plot. All right, so now we're expecting the Rule by Decree here.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Rule by Decree is a great plot. 4-4-1.
Oh, Flame Kiss for the Steward right off the bat.
All right.
No cancels.
So that'll kill him. Minus gold for Dennis, and get a card out of Josh's hand.
Not that you can cancel that.
I believe he's still up, right? I think he's still up 1 card.
Yes, I believe so.
After 2 much and mores.
So better to get it out now before you lose everything anyway. Oh, City Lies. And a Waste Their Time?
Waste Their Time, yep.
Classic Targ Hollow Hill opening with Waste Their Time. And then, of course, City of Lies is classic for Tunnels of the Red Keep, because if you don't know, all the characters are going to get +1 strength for every card in Shadows. So there you go, +2 right off the bat.
And you can't say Waste Their Time is this is a John Bruno relic, is what it is.
100%.
The player base...
Pyromancer's Cash getting discarded for Waste Their Time.
It's all about Waste Their Time now that Bruno has kind of... That is one thing. You can't exactly attribute all the Targ Hollow Hill stuff to Bruno, but you can attribute that opening to him for sure.
Yes, 100%.
All right, so 2 cards into Shadow, so Dennis got to put down at least a couple cards that he didn't want discarded from that Waste Their Time, so that's going to help him out a lot.
And even more importantly, Josh doesn't know what they are.
That is very important.
Though you can suspect. I mean, there's kind of a short list of cards that you want to run in a Hollow Hill deck anyway.
Alchemist Guild Hall, probably.
Yeah.
So there's a Gold Road. Isn't that what you Lannisters have, the old Gold Roads?
The old Gold Road.
The old Gold
I'm surprised they didn't go with, like, Yellow Brick Road or something like that. That would have probably been
really
copyrighted.
Surprised?
No, I'm not.
Oh, what's happening here? What are you
So
doing here,
there's a
Dennis?
lot of gold flying around. He's doing something.
A lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking.
I mean, look at the economy already, right?
Okay, another card in Shadows.
Another card in Shadows. You open with that plot. It's basically a 4 gold plot on top of it. There's Tommen. And do we have a response from Josh to burn this guy down?
Well, he's +3 right now, so it's not as...
So good play, Dennis, actually.
Yeah.
I always forget Tunnels.
So there's a moneylender, I believe is what that is. And he's +1 gold with a 1 strength. What is that? Power icon.
So pure economy setup here. This is actually a horrible match for Burn. consistently. Oh, he didn't go away
Oh, yeah.
because of the 2 Shadows cards.
That's right. We're rolling that back.
So Dennis just let him know.
Yep.
No, that was pre-plot, wasn't it?
Yes,
It was pre-plot. There was no cards in Shadows, Dennis.
Haha.
Too much more pre-plot. You had to be doing it, so...
Gotta watch Dennis sometimes.
All right, where are we going? Josh is looking at his meager gold, only 4 on the open, so Lannister definitely has the economy advantage here. Just a ton of cards here. Card draw on the board, gold on the board, dropping a fiefdoms.
And the Targ has, Josh has already expended his Knights of the Hollow Hill influence, so he only has whatever he brings into play going forward for this turn anyway.
There goes, that's a Cal, isn't it? No, that's a Jogo. It's card draw.
And
one card for each attacking
notable that Dennis doesn't have any icons other than power right now, so that's a good position for Josh to be in, especially going second.
Yeah, Dennis isn't looking to win a challenge here. He's just kind of setting up. We'll see. Maybe he could bring a Syrio out of Shadows or something.
Yeah, might have a Syrio or something,
good
which
play.
would not be good for Josh.
And the Marine Tourney Grounds. That can, you kneel it when an opponent's character attacks or defends to give him -1 strength. I believe it's -3 if you have more unique characters.
That's correct. And worth noting, Josh is very astute in his play against this Tunnels deck because one of the standard cards is going to be a Pyromancer's Apprentice, and he is reserving that gold in order to keep that into play. But Dennis doesn't have any gold to bring it out, actually, so never mind.
All right, so Dennis gets Power Challenge. It's an easy power. Draws for Jogo's response here, claims the Moneylender, and Khal Drogo comes out, which you have to expect. And so the power goes right back off the house. That first power challenge is just really netting Josh a power there. So
yep.
Be careful on those first turn power response.
If it's just going to go away, don't even bother. Don't even.
Of course, maybe, he didn't know that Khal was coming out, but I always assume he's in there against Targ Burn.
Yeah.
He's always there. He's always there.
Oddly enough.
When you don't, the less you want to see him, the more certain his arrival is.
That's true. It's a good way of assessing it.
Yeah,
how certain are you that he's going to be here?
How bad do I not want him? All right, let's see. What do we got, Dennis? What are you up to? We got 3 cards in Shadows. Got to be feeling good. 4 strengths.
So we have a threat from the north. And what is that? City of Sin?
First Snow and Winter.
First Snow.
And
Excuse
City
me.
of
No.
Sin.
No, that's not First Snow. That's threat from the north. You sure?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. Correct. I'm sorry.
Is that City of Sin over there? Yeah.
Yep.
So, I'm guessing Dennis did or did not trigger it?
When you were saying First Snow, I was thinking Fear of.
Fear of.
First Snow of Winter? Fear of Winter? Whatever.
I have a fear of the first snow of winter.
Don't we all?
Boom,
especially
Jamie.
if you're Lannister.
Oh, which Jamie is that? The standy Jamie?
No, that is the one that will not kneel to attack or defend on military challenges. He also has Deadly.
Dennis.
He might have Infamy too. Can't remember.
Quick tip here for everyone playing: if you right there, we saw a Jamie play and then a card draw.
Right.
Draw that card first. Draw it first every time. Might change your plans.
It might change your plans.
And a Carrion Bird comes out. Okay.
That's right. And why is that Jogo knelt?
Why is that Jogo knelt?
Was he not stood? Because I don't think there was anything that knelt him.
I can't think of anything. Oh no, the city.
That's right.
It's the Neely City plot.
Kneels. I always forget that, man. City plots are crazy, man.
I've never played with them personally. That's why I don't know them. I just know that.
Don't trust them.
I see a city and I look at my opponent and say, okay, what do I need to do? Kneel something, kill something.
Tell me.
Just get rid of something. Why do you think the Targs and the Lannisters are fighting? As if we didn't know.
I don't know. Maybe because one of them killed the other people's babies. You killed my babies.
Jamie's looking great here at 6 strength, non-Neely military.
It's everything you want with Deadly, man.
Tunnels is quite a Lannister deck, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty much giving them everything that they always wanted, which was the added strength to all their hosts and hosts of weenie characters.
Now, the grand question here is Tunnels, whenever House of Dreams first came out, we were concerned that it would be too much. Is Tunnels too much?
It is and it isn't. For certain decks, it completely upends them. Burn, for example, is not ever quite prepared, in my opinion, to handle it. Um,
Long Lance has come out.
Yay,
And San Jogo.
stand. But there are plenty of just a couple choice cards that will totally pwn a Tunnels deck. Probably chief among them is King's Law, where you discard all Shadows cards at the end of marshaling.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I think that's a meta include right now. I've got it in my deck currently.
Even just for the initiative, it's good. But
The initiative is good. It's 3/9/1, and you get to take care of tunnels. But aside from that, you also get to take care of some shadow burn stuff,
Yep.
like those dragon skulls. And Dissension, we're going to discard. That
Long
Long
Lances.
which is a good play. Now, Dennis is sitting on the Iron Throne back here. Am I right in that?
He is not.
What is this? What is that one next to the gold?
That
bird
is
back there?
Lion's Gate. That's the one where you
remove
zero
power.
cost, remove power, give it a trade of your choice.
Okay. Looks
If
an
it's
awful
not
lot
win-
like the Iron
if it's not
Throne.
winter, I think that's when you can do that.
And the old Queen's Knight comes in, right? So
Yes.
anytime a non-knight comes into play, he has to bounce back.
Ignite 10, deadly. What's that? Right.
First snow.
Triggers back to hand. Dennis forgot about that, I'm sure.
Deadly.
But that military challenge is still good, luckily.
Dragon Knight. This one's strength.
Dragon Knight ambush is in.
Which,
We do have a deadly on Jamie.
Yep,
So we're going to oppose and claim the Dragon Knight.
slick move, very slick move.
Do you go for the intrigue challenge here or not?
You probably don't.
What you're looking at is a dead Jamie.
He came into play. You lost your hand. No, he's not. Was he not? Oh, he's
And the
not.
Dragon Knight is in fact a knight. So Queen's Knight will stay in play.
Excellent. So, knowing this, it's all about doing the intrigue challenge if you expect Jamie to survive that military challenge. But even so, it's like, well, do I want to give him 2 unopposed challenges instead and all this kind of
I
stuff?
don't think there's any way that Jamie is going to survive here.
Not with the tourney grounds, I
Looks
don't
like
think.
2-3 strength. Yeah, tourney grounds. It's not going to happen. You may as well go for the intrigue challenge here.
Power challenge.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, Cal's coming out, remember?
Oh, that's right. Derp. I forgot about that.
And he's got
How much
stealth.
do you not want to see him?
Stealth. So Dennis essentially missed an intrigue challenge here.
Correct.
Which is not what you want. Not what you want at this point.
So then he's going to do...
Unless he has a Neil effect or something.
military. And now he has more uniques. So the Marine will give -3 if he wants.
Yeah.
Stealth bypassed. Unopposed. Boom. See you, Jamie. That's a good character to lose, or a bad character to lose. depending
Drawing
on how you're
2 for
looking at it.
Jogo there. Huge card draw going on here.
That's right. And that's the best thing to have for a Targ deck is, man, their cards are good, but if you can just see more of them, you'll be way better. And so this is an interesting setup, because Dennis has, like, the foundation that I think is fundamentally stronger, but I think that in Josh's hand lie the better goods on the whole.
Better goods, and I think forgetting about the first snow was an obvious thing. Playing a carrion bird that was just going to get bounced back certainly didn't help, and then missing the intrigue challenge from Jamie is again cards that would otherwise not be in Josh's hand.
That's right.
Could have pulled the Khal Drogo out there and not had to worry about that. There's a lot of good things that could have happened there. So
True.
that was just a miss.
Whoopsie doodle. New plots.
And we have City Besieged
Now we
versus
have
Threat from the
now
North.
we have threat from the north. Whee! So what location? Probably Marine. Yep.
Dennis targets Marine. I imagine he's going to get rid of his Lion's Gate. Yeah.
Yep.
Not doing much for him. And looking at 4 gold on both sides, 5-6 for the Lannister player. So again, he's got the stronger economy, lacking in card draw, but Tom is going to come right back out here, I imagine.
Yep.
So it's relatively equal here, but he's actually out-econing a Hollow Hill deck for sure.
Yeah. Which is hard to do. Let's be honest.
Unless you consider the influence, which we have to. So it's I
It's
don't know,
probably even
it's hard.
Steven then.
It's about even. but-
Oh, 4 cards in shadows, so
Cards
+4
in shadows.
strength.
But now we just need some goods. We need something to
Let's see it.
actually have an impact on this board.
Right.
That'll do it. Enemy Informer.
Let's hope he doesn't play Long Lances, because let me tell you, that'll just get stood right back up.
Yeah, to get stood right back up. Now, should he have played Tommen and Drew to check out some options? We'll see. If he plays Tommen here and draws, probably should have been a first turn play before the Enemy Informer. He's going to play a Carrion Bird or anything, or probably save it to bring something out of Shadows. Looks like maybe a Guild Hall is coming out.
Yeah.
Are they 1 or 2? I think they're S1, right?
Yeah, they're S1. which is it's a good reserve. I mean, depending
It's
on
great to have. We'll see what he puts out.
what
You can
Josh
kneel it.
brings out, because this is one of those tricky things that you have to weigh with Lannister is how are you going to stagger your kneel effects, because if Josh brings out even 2 more characters or gets a stand effect out, that Alchemist Guildhall won't really be worth too much to him.
So Summer Sea coming out. And again, we have some reduction. We have up to 3 gold worth of reduction if he needs it, but that would also be kind of nuking his influence. So Josh is probably going to play it safe here and save some influence for some better cards.
That's right.
But standing on essentially a Nelt board right now with what we can only assume will be another Nelt character if it comes out. We can assume the Queen's Knight is a possibility. Khal Drogo is still in that hand, so Queen's Knight is going to come out.
What else? He's got a lot of cards in his hand, Josh does. It's
And he's going to pass.
crazy.
So he's saving 1 maybe in case he's expecting the Apprentice, or could just not have anything to play it with.
It's true.
And Dennis with a Guildhall here would actually be an excellent play.
Looks, what's he
It's like it
doing?
might be a Guildhall.
He's looking for it.
I can't imagine 4 cards in Shadows of the Lannister and not a Guildhall.
Let's see. It's 1 claim on his plot, so yeah, I would probably go with a kneel effect for sure.
You got 1 gold. You may as well spend it.
Qyburn.
Qyburn.
So he gets to find a dead card, bring it into play under his control for the turn.
And Qyburn was a non-knight, so I believe is Dragon Knight Dance. Is it playing? Is it play a knight or knight comes into play?
I am unsure, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like it's not playing. That's what I would assume. Anyway.
Yeah.
So it looks like an intrigue challenge, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, 4 strength.
Strength 4.
1 still in the off.
Tons of strength. Could be a military.
Stupid math.
I'm hoping that it's an intrigue challenge. Although Qyburn might have, well, now Dragon Knight's going to need to come in on that military. That's what I would imagine.
Yeah, it's hard. There's so much going on
Look
here.
at all that influence, though. 4 influence up.
What could it be? But either way, you kind of have to weigh what the options are with all this extra strength bouncing around here, and then also Josh being, way more vulnerable to those strength lowering effects from his own plot this turn.
Yeah. Threats really not
Not good right now.
not great right now. It does give him some terminals, but kind of the story with Lannister characters is it's like, you gonna waste something on that?
Yeah.
It's like Enemy Inform has already done what he came to do.
Yeah.
Like, Qyburn's not a big deal. Queen's Knight's gonna oppose, and I imagine we might have some strength lowering.
Let's see. Well, there's no tourney grounds anymore,
Nope,
so it would have
just
to come
a
out of his
successful
hand.
intrigue
Yeah.
challenge.
Boom!
Boom!
Oh, Cal.
Huge.
That's a big
Huge
deal right
pull.
there. That's a really
That
big
could
deal.
be that is absolutely a game changer.
Yep.
And now a fully knelt board. Ambush from the plains. Pull something in for the turn from the hand.
Come on, long lances.
Or
Nah, Jorah. Discarder.
discard the Dragon Knight.
Well played, Josh. He didn't
Always
want that
got
challenge.
tricks.
Yep.
Always got tricks.
He does. Power challenge.
And a power challenge coming from Qyburn.
Will he oppose? Probably not.
Unopposed, so 1-1. Bringing the Lannister back to 2. Now Jorah can just essentially take one of those back if he wants to, or he can go for board position here. I think he'll probably want to do a military challenge. Looks like we got some burn coming. You hate to see that influence go down.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, what is it?
Three influence, so maybe a hatchling or something. Recruitment.
Nice.
Again, this is very much a Bruno-style Targ deck. You can't get away from the fact that that's what this is.
Yeah.
Recruiting long lances
Stand effect.
and standing Jogo. Dragon Knight bounces back, and you see what this deck is capable of doing. All of a sudden, this is a huge board for Josh after just a couple of
Yeah,
events.
3 challenges coming Dennis's way if Josh wants it to. It's up to him. He's got the authority. He's got the
And this
characters.
is why Targ Hollow
Woo!
Hill is so strong.
Another one.
We have another ambush. Hey, it's good to get these out of the way now.
Yeah, set it up for that Valor.
Cal coming in.
He goes back to discard pile. He goes back to my hand. How much planes bounce into the hand?
Oh, yeah, so he does bounce. I forgot about that from Ambush.
Yep. And he goes back into the hand. So it just...
You'll never be rid of him.
Nothing happened there. Josh was looking just fine after what looked to be a really good turn from the Lannisters.
That's right.
But the deck is a bit unbelievable, really, at times.
Yeah. It's just like, man, you now tell my guys, well, I'll just bounce them and put them back into play.
At one point, there was 2 kneeling characters, and that was it. And now there's 4 standing characters. And
Yeah.
3 challenges coming your way.
Goldtooth, not a good one to lose. Power with Long Lances.
Long Lance is a card that is on the chopping block for the restricted list.
That's right. Looking forward to seeing that new FAQ.
Yeah, new FAQ is coming down the pipe soon, so
Military.
sure to shake things up. Mira also potentially on the chopping block here, so
Maybe Castellan won't be on the chopping block.
maybe not.
Can you believe it? Maybe. Just maybe.
There was an old 2 Guys One Throne podcast about this, I think.
Yeah. Old Castellan.
I believe the case was, hey, Long Lance is just as good or better than Castellan. And it appears that actually has turned out to be correct.
Yeah. Assessment correct.
Who knew? Man, a good rule by decree here would be great on Josh.
All those bounces. Long Lances and Jogo still in play. What?
This is... You got the strength, but you got to bring the goods now as the Lannister player. There's so many good cards lurking in that hand. Cal's coming back out. You got a Queen's Knight that you can expect to see. You got 4 influence on the board. Ugh. And marched, so Qyburn's gone and Valor's gone. So discard Drogo and kill the Long Lances, of course. Interesting Valor. Maybe wanting to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the main thing that's holding Dennis back is just characters. He's got +3 strength that he's sitting on, but he's not putting characters out. And when he is, they're getting iced.
The target player just... Josh has just too many cards here.
Yeah.
Just has too many. You're not going to be able to beat this deck with this many cards.
Yeah.
So it looks like Confession.
Ooh. Ouch. That is a harsh play. So, again, he's going to discard a card of his choice, and then he has full hand knowledge aside.
This is classic. This may just... I think there's some tweaks here to Bruno's deck, but this is...
Largely Bruno's deck.
This is the deck list from Bruno. I think Josh has said as much. So you guys are actually seeing the World's Championship deck in action. It's a little bit different. I think Josh said he cleaned up some things that he didn't like, changed a few things, but you know the idea is the same here. This is absolute control.
And Cersei was discarded. Also a
Of course.
terrible one to lose. Or good, depending on your perspective.
I mean, you know, he can't play Cersei this turn.
That's right.
Or she's just going to die to a military challenge, so... I don't know. There maybe could have been a better choice there. Who knows? It's just hard to not get rid of Cersei.
That's a fact.
And Josh knows that the way that he's going to lose this game is by losing cards. If Dennis can actually get a hold of his hand, get a couple of good challenges going. Great Pyramid comes in. Another hardy 2 influence and -2 if he needs it.
A very versatile card. I was still
Excellent.
very surprised when I saw it. I still am when I see it being brought into play.
It is
great.
massive. It's everything that Targ wanted.
Yes. Do you want to reduce or do you want influence?
Dragon Knight comes in.
Take your pick. You just can't get rid of that knight. Or is that Queen's Knight? What is it?
Queen's Knight, I think is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing somewhat ambushing assessment? Or reduction
Yeah, Dennis
assessment?
checking it out.
Okay.
Josh is always airtight, though. I know that from playing him a bunch.
Because he runs through some trial runs of his decks.
Yeah, if you ever see, Josh actually plays a lot on T-Call as well, Trade Cards Online. If you guys haven't checked that site out, do. It's awesome little browser-based deck building and Game of Thrones playing community over there. Josh is over there on T-Call, and he also occasionally writes for Card Game DB. So
That's
if
right.
you see a Shadowcat X, that is Joshua Slane, and you can see here that anything he's going to be telling you is probably accurate because he knows his stuff.
That's right. So Cersei's Chambers, by the looks of it.
Tommen.
And a Tommen back in play.
And Queen's Knight, kind of an interesting play for Josh to waste on the Queen's Knight there. He knew what was in Dennis's hands. He knew everything that was going to happen here. He knew that thing was getting bounced, so it's kind of a waste of resources for him. He could have at least held for Dom, if nothing else. Dennis, again, not drawing before playing the Carrion Bird or the Chambers, something that I would absolutely have done. We've got 0 claim here, so it doesn't much matter.
Lannisport
More
Weaponsmith.
gold, more gold. So Dennis is going to try to build to next turn. He really needs to defend a power challenge here. We can assume that there's a power icon coming down the pipe.
Military.
Military, unopposed.
Naga dominance.
And dominance because no ambush coming in. All the influence is gone. So not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, good way to stabilize on a Valor turn.
Much and more coming in. And it looks like that that Valor actually may have slowed Targ down quite a bit. Looks like a Lion's Gate is probably going in Dennis's hand here. Yeah. And Josh, man, you just look at those Targ cards and it's like...
Is that an Aegon's Hill? Ugh.
Yeah. Aegon's, you've got Titan's Bastard, you've got some nastiness, and he's picking the one card, the Influence actually. He's picking the Influence.
Interesting.
Which means that hand is loaded with things that you just don't want to be a part of.
I'm ready to ambush. Just let me at him.
But you know, Dennis is actually looking good here. Now this is kind of the weenie not rush, but the weenie version of the Tunnels deck, and that's the first version that you actually built as soon as House of Dreams came out, and it was this is going to be the stuff. A lot of people were building the Tunnels decks with standard Lannister cards just with plus strength.
That's right.
But I think you really found that putting the weenies out there is actually getting you more bang for your buck. You get 0 and 1 cost stuff. All of a sudden, it's huge, and the Lannisters have the card draw to make it happen.
And okay, so we have the Valor again, and then City of
back.
Lies, City of Spiders.
That's going to duplicate a city plot.
So you get 2 more in Shadows, of course.
All right, so
and then
plus
those guys
5.
are dead. And then before his board got right, one of the problems that I was having with my Tunnels deck was that I was playing weenies, but then as opposed to focusing on kind of the in-house Lannister staples, I went with some of the neutral ones just because you could get
much more coming in,
like refugees or other one-costers that have better icon spread as opposed to just paying for 1 gold for 1 cost character. Yeah, it gives you more gold, but you can only do one kind of challenge with them. So sometimes the versatility, especially with all that strength, can really come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dennis deciding what to do with much and more here. Enemy Informer, Primaris' Apprentice, another Gold Road, and a Carrion Bird.
Getting the Carrion Bird.
Hard to say.
Or now the
Dennis
Gold Road.
is choosing his own here.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was Josh's. Never mind.
Josh is usually you expect it out of Targ, but Dennis likes this card.
He's gonna go enemy.
And
Yeah.
you know that's
a Dennis favorite.
what's slowing him down here is that he doesn't have the Lannister card draw.
Yeah.
That he needs. Now, Enemy Inform is an interesting pull here if he does pull it, because I believe Dennis is going first. Which makes Enemy Informer a lot less good against this board, so he's going to be sitting on that card for a turn at least.
Yep.
If he is indeed going first, which I believe that he is, we'll see if that remains to be true. But, you know, still Dennis is hanging in here. He's got 5 strength now on the board. All he needs to do is drop a couple of weenies, and he's got a really versatile and aggressive thing. The Twilight Market coming in is going to reduce the cost to put things into Shadows. Or bring them out. Is it put things in or bring them out? I can't remember.
Put them into Shadows, yes.
Enemy Informer, and see, he plays Enemy Informer.
No kneel effect.
With no kneel effect, which I'm not really a big fan of.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's weird. I would have gone for the Carrion Bird if that was all that was going to happen.
Right, I'll take the stealth over the maybe he needed the intrigue icon.
Yeah,
We'll see what he pulls
possibly.
out of Shadows.
He does have a 2-claim plot, so
I could see that.
getting those extra intrigue.
Then again, don't you just go
claims.
for maybe a Pyromancer's Apprentice at that point, which he also
True.
had the option of doing.
And he has a lot of cards in Shadows, so I have to imagine that there's an Apprentice, there's maybe even a Tyrion. It looks like he's sitting on 1 or 2 gold. I can't quite tell. Maybe
He
just
could have
1.
grabbed that Apprentice with as much and more.
Yeah.
It was right there, so I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I'd love to know what he has in Shadows.
Wouldn't that be nice? We just need to get those glass tables installed.
That's right.
Have a little undercam. Although I don't know what I'd like to see what's going on under that table.
Yeah, no,
sometimes.
I think it's better left.
Am I right? All right. Queen's Knight
Unseen.
comes in.
Again. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
Like a standard Queen's Knight.
I guess.
I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's a lewd. All right, Enemy Informer. Man, see, I think I'd still rather have the Carrion Bird Stealth. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. What can I say? I'm just a guy.
You don't even play these houses. What do you know?
I've played against Lannister enough. I could build a deck tomorrow. It'd be great.
You should do that. I'd love to see a Stephen Woolley Lannister deck.
And have tons of Intimidate. You can guarantee Dragon Chase it. Well, no. I guess that's the target.
There's the
There's
Neil.
the Guild Hall.
Finally.
See ya.
So now
he's like, well, I guess I'll play my long lances now.
just ambush that in. Hope you don't mind.
I guess that would bounce the Queen's Knight, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
So what a pickle.
Hey, that's what the Queen's Knight does. It's there to be bounced.
It's there to be bounced.
But that's good that Dennis finally has that guild hall out. Now he has a Neil effect for the rest
What
of the game.
does he do? Does he go intrigue challenge or does he go military
I
challenge?
would go intrigue if he's not coming back at me.
And see, in that instance...
Because what would you... Are you going to kill one character or are you going to get 2 cards?
In that instance, if I could play another icon in this moment, I would do that over the guild hall. If I could get a military and an intrigue challenge here...
Yeah, totally.
You know he's got to have something down there, like an apprentice or a Sirio. Give me something.
Yeah,
here.
where's that Syria? Woo-wee. Missing it. Or even a Shadow Cat? Something.
Just a Shadow Cat, just anything.
Just a big old kitty. That's all you need. So,
and he
assessment.
declares a challenge. I believe it was a military challenge. I'm not
Yeah, I didn't
100%
hear.
certain, but we'll find out very soon.
He's thinking. Can he drop it by, what, 6 strength? He's going to try to find a way.
I believe. Love.
What's it gonna be? Looking at his discard for reasons I can only imagine.
Recruitment, ambush from the plains, all that nonsense. Street waif, who knows?
Man, Street Wave. Woo! Great card. If you're a Targaryen player and you haven't looked at Street Wave, please do.
Street waif and long lances is kind of
Redonk.
the thing now.
It is the thing. Or, as some people say, the thang. I'm not one of them, but I'm aware of those people who do say it like that.
Was that 4 influence coming in for, is that the Golden Company or the cat people?
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude.
Brazen Beasts?
It's not Brazen. It might be the cat.
Company of the Cat?
Company of the Cat.
Hey, Target players.
Big old kitties.
If it's important enough for you to know, you probably know exactly what that thing is.
Uh-oh, more's going down. Oh!
And the Dragon Knight. Hello.
No, that's the Dragon Egg Thief or Egg
the
Thief or...
Dragon Thief.
Dragon
that's
Thief,
right.
yeah,
Dragon
something like
Thief. I like Egg Thief better. It's a little bit less intimidating. Though.
Egg Thief.
See ya.
I have an idea for a really great omelet, and I'll need this egg.
Call the Egg Thief. So, is he going to block this? Surely.
Looks
it's
like.
an intrigue challenge, right? Surely it's an intrigue challenge. He
Surely.
got all that out of his hand.
And don't call me Shirley.
It's an intrigue challenge, definitely. He opposes. Otherwise, it would just not work. Boom!
2 cards.
Newly made Lord and a
Man,
Dragon
newly made
Knight.
Lord Splash? What?
No, Queen's Knight. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Apparently, Nathan's really hip to it. I'm not convinced.
That's so hot. Is that just because they are non-Greyjoy players using Greyjoy cards?
Well, no.
Do you resent it?
It's just the value at that point. It's 5 gold to kill a non-limited 3-cost or lower location. I don't know. People seem to like it.
Holy.
Khal Drogo comes out. We saw all of this coming.
You just get all the cards out of your hand whenever you want when you're a Targaryen
The
player.
deck will not stop. It will not stop working, no matter what happens. Dennis needs about 6 characters right now.
Yes. Bring on the weenies.
We haven't seen that first Prime Rancher's Cash was ditched with Much and More, I believe. Tommen has died
Yes,
to Valor. Golden Tooth Mines was chucked to an intrigue challenge. There's just no card draw going on here, and that is the one thing holding Dennis back right now.
This is Josh 11, Dennis 3.
11-3. And it hasn't looked like, you look at the board and you think it's pretty even, but the Targ deck is just so strong on its
Ooh,
own.
Search and Detain and City of Soldiers.
City Soldiers, and I imagine we're going to bounce the tunnels there, make him pay for it.
Boom.
Since it no longer has an attachment, courtesy of the old Dragon Thief.
That's right. It's classic 1-2.
Draw 2. Now, what Dennis draws here is going to be critical. He needs 2 characters here, and cheap ones so that he can still play his tunnels back out.
Yes, because when you have +4 strength, it doesn't matter. They can be 1-strengthers. Nobody
So
cares.
3 for tunnels.
Oh, man.
So Josh's restricted card essentially yielded him a 3 gold advantage. I like it. I think Search and Detain is a good play for this deck.
And at the least, it makes it vulnerable again. I mean, it doesn't have the House of Dreams thing, so non-plot effects can't affect it now. So you can just
Absolutely.
newly made Lord that stuff next time he wants.
So we're looking at 2 gold left or 3 gold left. I can't remember. Let's see. 3 to play it out. Looks like he was at +2. He had 5 total. So he should have 2 gold, I imagine. And is he sitting? I think he's sitting here.
Yes. Josh just collected his monies. Now he's going to go shopping in Pentos or someplace. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a lot of gold, and look at that influence.
I know. So what is that?
That's essentially
Let's
a
count it
target
up.
player
1,
with a
2,
billion
3,
gold.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 influence. If I'm
8
counting
influence,
right.
yeah, and he's getting 6 gold, and now he has Meraxes for card draw every
Say
single turn.
what? This is pretty much a perfect setup. When is somebody? This is an open call to all of you listeners and or watchers. When is somebody going to start running Fleeing to the Wall?
Well, it's whenever somebody doesn't have awesome locations. Everybody has such good locations now. Nobody wants to nuke
But
themselves.
it's like the gentleman's agreement. It's like, oh no, we will not run Fleeing to the Wall because we all are mutually dependent on our locations.
I mean, look at what it actually would do here, though, right? Like, he keeps the pyramid, he keeps fiefdoms, and he keeps like a C or Meraxes. He still has enough influence to get things done.
Totally.
You haven't really slowed him down. And I think that's the case with most Fleeing to the Wall because you can choose. It's kind of like Wildfire. It's just not. It's not going to have a big impact.
When's a Greyjoy player going to do it? Because they have all that location hate.
Yeah, and they also have all those awesome warships.
It's true.
Especially the cheap ones, like Iron Mines, Captured Cog, River Blockades.
You make a good argument.
Naval escorts. It's like the last thing we want is less locations.
Unless...
But hey, maybe it's just a new deck that needs to be done. No Greyjoy locations. Fleeing to the Wall, tons of location hate.
I demand it.
That's the kind of thing
I
I'd be
expect to
into.
see that soon.
In fact, I think that would do well out of Wildlings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
You heard it here first. Now, if anyone's doing that out there, I will forever be credited with the idea. So, sorry.
I said it publicly first. Gotcha. So.
Tyrion's coming in.
Tyrion, hello.
And Josh is about to ambush about 6 characters.
I did not hear how he was buffed. So he's going to get +2 and a keyword of his choice. He already has stealth, so I'm not sure what the keyword is. Probably, I don't know, deadly, renown. Is he going to be worried about an ambush defender?
I'm not worried.
So I'd probably take deadly.
Boom. Claim 2 power challenge. That's going to slow that down a lot. Excellent. That's the kind of swing that is going to keep the Lannisters in this game.
That's right.
However, we do know that there's going to be one more, definitely something ambushed in here, and a Khal Drogo following that. So that's...
Just waiting for the long lances.
Coming right back.
Just waiting.
It's coming right back. Dennis in a very awkward position here.
Intrigue. Here we go. This will be juicy.
Intrigue will generally it's the grand thing to get all the cards out of Josh's hand. Now, why Dennis didn't lead with an intrigue challenge here, I'm not sure. Unopposed from Josh, so he's gonna hope for some bad pulls.
Ooh,
Hatching's Feast and
a cow.
Dennis is happy about that.
Dennis is very pleased. Fist pumps and everything.
It's hard to not get a good intrigue challenge against Tari because all their cards are great. When you stop to realize it, you're like, well...
And Josh is probably sitting there just thinking, well, I've got another 2 Khal Drogos in my hand anyway, so good for you, Dennis.
And let's see what we do here. Is he going to ambush something in? Now, this could be a big stalling point for Targ Hollowhill. This could be a stalling point for Josh, for sure. If he was relying on that Khal to get the second challenge in, if he was relying on Hatching's Feast... And we go right to Dom. Boom.
Interesting.
Josh is going to take it with gold, and that's a big swing for Dennis. And during dominance, we're going to have looks like some influence spent here.
Ooh, Westeros Bleeds.
Yep.
Excellent play.
Discard all characters.
Boom. See you, Tyrion.
And you can't say enough about that card.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, when you have 8
looms.
influence, you can play it twice, dude.
It always looms.
You can play it twice.
And this is the kind of thing where Dennis is just not able to keep up because of the card draw. Josh knows that. As long as he keeps clearing his board, keeps him down, he's not going to be able to jump out.
That's right.
He's having to go into his Shadow's chest to get things done at this point. So he puts long lances in, I believe, with a recruitment or some such.
Yeah, you're correct.
How about that? How about recruitment? How about all these target cards that all of a sudden everyone is noticing? These ambushy event cards.
Thanks, Bruno.
It's got to be Bruno. And then Meraxes draws.
Man, what an engine!
It's a heck of an econ turn. I mean, and look at that. Look at it.
The board is changing dramatically every turn.
And
It's
Targ
incredible.
is ahead again. Just always seeming to get ahead there.
Wildfire. Rule by decree.
Rule by decree. Going to roll by decree himself.
Is he? Is he?
Yep.
Is he?
Sometimes you have to.
Womp, womp. But I mean, that's ultimately a good sign. It's like, man, I have had card advantage this entire game.
Yep. The entire game. Dennis looks like I saw a carrion bird over there.
Which is not what he wants. No siree, Bob.
Yeah, at least it's a cheap icon.
It is a cheap icon with a keyword. It's reasonable. So Josh is getting 6 gold.
And Dennis has to be careful. Josh is within game win territory here.
That's right.
If he were to drop some kind of renown, or maybe do some funky stuff after...
No funny stuff.
If you want to post challenges, a renown, a dominance, we're talking about game here, so... Be careful, Lannisters. We can assume 1 Neil from Malcolm's Guild
More
Hall.
influence. What? What is that, 9? 9 plus 6, so he's got 15 effective.
Does a man need any more influence than that? Really? Can Targs... I have a feeling that Targ players just play influence as a matter of principle, even if they don't necessarily need it. But he found a way to use it all last
He
turn.
did. He certainly did.
Moneylender comes in. Yeah, that's
He's a
it's
5
an
strength.
icon.
5
Yeah,
strength.
it's an
He's been
icon.
working out.
That's another icon.
5 strength.
And we'll see if Dennis stalls out because the card draw isn't there.
But again, it's like not a lot of icon diversity. It makes blocking and attacking very hard.
Yeah, that's the problem with weenies ultimately. And the red keep comes out as well. Is that the red keep over there? No.
Yep.
That's another 3 influence.
Oh man. So what? He was at 9 before. He's at, was that 3?
12, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus 3 for that one.
Do you need all that, Josh?
I don't know. I mean, when you got it, you got it. And at the minimum, you can use some of these other things for reducers and all that kind of a thing. So, whatever.
Just long lances is all we got out. So, Primary Apprentice.
He's going to pay the gold. No sweat.
And please trigger that guild hall. Okay, there we go.
Neil.
And we know that long lance is going to stand back up. We know it. We know it.
Something's coming.
And there's 3 for the Queen's Knight. Stand long lances, I imagine.
Looks like Dennis might be looking at something.
He's looking in disbelief at how this continually happens every single turn.
What are you going to do?
Is Queen's not an ally? It's just a knight. It's just a knight.
Yeah, I think it's just a knight.
And we have more influence coming out for Dragon Thief. And that bounces the Dragon Knight, so it's
Whoopsie doodle.
kind of weird. Josh, I remember he said he doesn't have a lot of experience with this deck. He thought it was probably the strongest at this point. I mean, he hadn't played it a lot, so there has certainly been some misplays here. And it looks like military for 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. So again, not having the icon diversity, it's like, do I block or do I attack?
And
so he chose to block.
I don't think he can block here. 4 strength versus 3 against Targ. He's gonna burn it. He's gonna burn it every time. That's exactly what he wanted.
Boom.
3, 2, 1.
So, ties go to the attacker. Dennis, what do you have? Or are you battleship sunk?
And Prime Minister dies. Would have been way better not blocking there.
That's right.
And we're going to Flame Kissed.
Flame Kissed. Ouch. -3. Yep, he's toast. And then, an unopposed challenge for Intrigue. Uh-oh. We had a camera bump, camera list, camera correction.
It's still centered. You're very fine. It's still centered. Yeah.
And Long Lance's, what is that, a Nightmares, okay. So he just does that.
Yep.
Because he's going to lose it anyway.
He gets dominance, draws a card. Maybe? No, he doesn't, because no challenge.
Dennis draws a card as well. So basically...
Oh, they both do. Okay.
Yeah, Mirax, he's anyone,
That's
you
why it
and
works.
anyone who didn't attack you.
Gotcha.
Could be a good bargaining chip in Melee, by the way.
I've seen that happen before, actually. Yeah.
If you guys aren't hip to that. So Josh is on a slow crawl here. Dennis had an explosion up to 7 and is kind of stalled out. Man, does he need some card draw right now.
Yeah, he does.
It's just in a very
Losing that
bad way.
Pyromancer's cash early on in this game
Cash
was...
and Tommen, that would have been 3 cards a turn.
Yep.
It's nuts.
Well, he lost Tommen like twice.
Yeah, he got a bounce, then he had a die.
Poor Tommen. He just wants to play with his kitties.
I've explored Tommen in my Greyjoy builds. I think I like him, but man, 3 gold? That's when you know you're desperate.
It's true. But I mean...
You can't do it you can't do it anymore
You
with
found a
burn.
solution around that, though, now. Lately.
Yes. Yes, card draw for Greyjoy. The Reader's a solution to that. It's
Yeah, the
on
reader
way.
is a solution for a lot of
Are you
things.
crazy? How does that not like 3 of in every deck?
Man, the reader is packed with all kinds of goodness for its cost.
That's
It's
what
crazy.
reading will get you. Just imagine if all the Greyjoys read.
What are you going to do tonight, the reader? Oh, I'm just going to stay home, maybe, I don't know, read or something.
How has he not died in the Iron Islands yet, you know? I understand that's like Asha's uncle.
Is it?
Yeah. Apparently, like, he had a lot to do with her raising, which is why she's kind of smarter than all of the other ones.
Why she's BA. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's,
she is BA.
She's Balin's daughter, and then her his niece.
She's got like the ferocity without like the stupid amount of like bloodthirstiness.
Yeah.
Because she's well read.
Yeah.
Search and detain coming again, and we're gonna bounce those tunnels. I can only imagine.
Old Theon should have listened to Asha that one time, but he didn't.
But he didn't.
It's because she was listening to the reader.
Man, consistently, why opening with that kill plot with no cities in your use pile? That sucks.
Yeah, because he just wants the claim.
Yeah. What you have to understand.
But claim
is
without
that,
characters to execute claim is not where you want to be.
especially when your tunnels is coming. It's got to come back out, right?
Yep.
Dennis taking a look at this situation, looking like he's not quite sure what to do here.
Because he'll have 2 gold left over after he replays tunnels, and that's just not enough to do anything.
Ooh.
There's
Increase the
an
levy,
increased
one
levy.
turn too late.
Yeah, too late.
And 2 cards.
And 2 gold to play with. See, that's just
I imagine this will be the end here.
insufficient.
All
He's
right,
calling
Dennis
it.
gonna call it. Yep.
Scooped.
Nothing you can do. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This is the last of the first round. We'll have the second round coming up soon, and those will be some wild games as well.
100%.
So stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like updates as to what we're posting about Thrones, Netrunner, any of the great games that we've got. And support us any way you'd like. TeamCovenant.com/store, subscriptions,
House packs, singles.
Post in a blog, post an update over on the site, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about anything, shoot us an email at support@teamcovenant.com.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.